today, and I'm going to start with a little story here. So imagine a city bustling with life, where the sun sets and the streets glow with the promises of the night's adventure. In the city lives a young scholar named Eli, who had been taught by his father to cherish wisdom and insight as if they were family members. His father's teachings are not just words, but are engraved in Eli's heart, guiding his every single step. One evening, as Eli walks along the city, he encounters what appears to be a crossroad of his life. The streets are alive, and among the shadows, he sees a young man, naive and without direction. He was being lured by a woman known for her seductive words and deceptive charm. Her promises are wrapped in the guise of pleasure and secrecy, her allure heightened by the cover of the night. Eli watches them, knowing the story of many who have followed the same path as this naive man. Their lives led astray by sweet temptations, ending in ruin. He recalls his father's warnings and the vivid imagery of an ox going to slaughter, a bird caught in a snare, lives cut short by the folly of momentarily getting desire. In this moment, Eli decides to act, and not just for the safety of the man, but for others, and not just himself. He approaches the young man, sharing the wisdom that has been taught to him, and he speaks of the dangers that lie in neglecting one's principles. He tells of the many who have fallen, their paths leading to destruction, and the contrast. This with the life of integrity and wisdom. So the moral of the story is wisdom as protection. True wisdom will guard us from the seductive paths that lead to ruin. Heed the teachings. The teachings of wisdom and insight should be internalized, not just heard. In fact, I suggest read all of Proverbs. Vigilance and temptation. Be vigilant in moments of temptation. Recognize when you're at the crossroads. And some key takeaways for you to ponder today. Value wisdom. Treat wisdom and insight with the closeness as you would a family member. They're your guides through life's complexities. 2, guard your heart. Be cautious with you. Not all paths that look appealing end well. 3, intervene with kindness when you see others at risk. Share wisdom rather than judgment. Your words might just save someone from an irreversible mistake. So let's take a look at Proverbs chapter 7, since that's what this was about today. My son, keep my words and store up my commands within you. Keep my commandments and you will live. Guard my teachings as the apple of your eye. Bind them on your fingers and write them on the tablets of your heart. Say to wisdom, you are my sister, and to insight, you are my relative. They will keep you from the adulterous woman, from the wayward woman with her seductive words. At the window of my house I looked down through the lattice. I saw among the simple, I noticed among the young men a youth who had no sense. He was going down the street near her corner, walking along in the direction of her house. At twilight, as the day was fading, as the dark of night set in, then out came a woman to meet him, dressed like a prostitute and with crafty intent. She is unruly and defiant. Her feet never stay at home. Now in the street, now in the squares, at every corner she lurks. She took hold of him and kissed him, and with brazen face she said, today I fulfilled my vows. I have food from my fellowship offering at home. So I came out to meet you. I looked for you and I have found you. I have covered my bed with colored linens from Egypt. I have covered my bed with myrrh and cinnamon. Come, let's drink deeply of love till morning. Let's enjoy ourselves with love. My husband's not home. He has gone for a long journey. He took his purse filled with money and will not be home till full moon. With persuasive words, she led him astray, and she seduced him with her smooth talk. All at once he followed her like an ox going to slaughter, like a deer stepping into a noose, till an arrow pierces his liver, like a bird darting into a snare, little knowing it was going to cost him his life. Now then, my sons, listen to me. Pay attention to what I say. Do not let her heart turn to her wayward sway into her paths. Do not let your heart turn toward her. Many are the victims she has brought down. Her slain are a mighty throng. Her house is a highway to the grave, leading down to the chambers of death. So there you have it, Proverbs 7. And hopefully it reaches whoever it's supposed to reach. So I'll see you guys in the next video.